All right, welcome to part 2 of lesson 5, representing inequality notes. So in this lesson, we're going to talk about how to take a word description for an inequality and write an inequality for it. In order to do that, let's go over some key trigger words. If we've got the less than sign, some words that we can look for are fewer than, less than, below. If we've got the greater than sign, some words to look for are more than, exceeds, greater than. If we've got the less than or equal to sign, some trigger words are no more than, less than or equal to, at most. If we've got the greater than or equal to sign, some words to look for are at least, greater than or equal to, or no less than. Let's go ahead and look at some examples. Now, for these examples, we want to be sure to define our variable and write an inequality. Let's look at number 1. It says Lisa will spend less than $25. So we know that Lisa has to spend less than $25, which means she could spend $24, $23, $22. So we're going to pick a variable. Doesn't matter which variable. In this case, I chose M, and I'm going to say that that equals the money that Lisa spent. And if I wanted to represent this, I could show this as M is less than 25. Let's look at another. Rodney ran at least 30 miles last week. So first thing I'm going to do is pick a variable. I chose R. And I'm saying that that's equal to the miles ran. Okay. Now, we know he ran at least 30 miles. This means that he could have ran 30. He could have ran 31. He could have ran 40. He could have ran 100. So we're going to write this as R can be greater than or equal to 30. Now, I want you to go ahead and try example 13 and 14 on your own. Pause the video now and come back to it as soon as you're ready. All right, time to come back to it. So Teresa will buy a gift card for her friend that will cost no more than $40. This means that $40 is the maximum that she can spend. Okay, so the G, or the gift card, it has to be less than or equal to $40. Mrs. Tiller exceeds 4 cups of coffee a day. Come on, guys, we can just scratch this out and write Miss McMahon, because you know that I love my coffee. All right, this means that the cups of coffee is going to be greater than 4, and that C is going to represent the number of cups that I drink a day. Now, we're going to state whether the inequality is true or false for the given value. So this is the last concept that we're going to be talking about for inequalities. If I look at the inequality, negative 6x is greater than negative 30. I want to know, is this true if x equals negative 7? So in order to solve this, I'm going to go ahead and set my piece of paper up. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in negative 7 where x is. So I'm going to take negative 6 times negative 7 and check, is that greater than negative 30? Well, negative 6 times negative 7 is 42. 42 is greater than negative 30, so this inequality is true. Let's take a look at another example. I'm going to skip to example 17. If I've got 4x is greater than 36, if x is 9, we can plug in 9 and take 4 times 9 and ask ourselves, is that going to be greater than 36? Well, this would mean that 36 would have to be greater than 36, so this one would be false. If you feel like you need another example, go ahead and try 16, pause the video, and then come back to it when you're ready to check your answer. All right, let's check our answer. If you go ahead and plug in 8 where n is, you would find that 15 is less than 18, so this inequality is true. Please feel free to move on to the homework at this time and see your teacher if you have any questions.